What's new, Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you. Wait, before we get carried away by the super catchy theme song, let's tell you what's new. Our beloved cartoons are getting a spin-off, but it's Velma time. She'll be solving mysteries and, of course, finding her glasses. Since we heard she was coming to our screens, we obviously started investigating. And in today's video, we've got everything you need to know about the upcoming animated series, Velma. Starting off, it's not a kids show anymore. If you've watched Scooby-Doo in your childhood, you'd totally want to introduce your kids to Velma. But let us stop you right there. This spin-off is a far cry from the original Hanna-Barbera productions and the subsequent versions. This time, it's as gory as a murder mystery can get. Don't let the animation aspect fool you. Even the show's premise states it's an adult animated comedy. But what does that really mean? Well, for starters, no more ghost towns, lighthearted scams, and family-esque plot lines. Even though Velma's still a kid in this one, a high schooler to be exact, her job description includes catching a serial killer terrorizing her town. Jinkies. Then be prepared to see more blood and brain matter. No kidding. The first look of the show involved Dinkley standing over a victim with his or her brain cut out and very much visible. And you can't possibly miss the naked women looking at the gruesome sight with horrified expressions, so it's likely that nudity will pop up too. Another series poster revealed the lead's forever lost glasses spattered with blood. Thanks to this chilling poster, we can safely assume the spectacled detective will still lose her specs, but the stakes are much higher and bloodier this time. Also, it'd be a crime if you didn't read the tagline beside it. In a spooky font, it says, "It's the mystery before the ink." Next up, say Scooby, will you pop up in this spin-off? Since it's before the ink, the famous gang wouldn't appear together. Keyword, together. They'll still be friends, with Fred, Daphne, and Shaggy appearing often. Thank God. But the character that started this madness, our favorite talking dog Scoob, sadly won't be a part of it. Bummer, we know. Hey makers, would you add him for a Scooby snack? Even if they don't, it shouldn't be that big of a case. It's high time the gang's most underrated character gets the spotlight. While Fred is a hunk, Daphne is a babe, and the Shaggy Scooby duo is the life of the party, Velma often gets lost. She's reduced to a mere nerd, despite the fact that her wit and clever plans help them uncover the monsters. So the show sets out to create a new path for Dinkley. That's why there's no more Mystery Incorporated, Scoob, or even the Mystery Machine. Yeah, the classic van would be a no-show. The creators say they are reimagining the cartoons with a twist. The characters will be treated as if they lived in a different world. To execute this, they've upped the ante, making it R-rated and super inclusive too. Not to mention, a spin on Velma's in Descent. It's been hinted at forever that Dinkley is gay. Many directors, including James Gunn, tried to make it official. Gunn fought really hard to make Velma an LGBTQ+ character in his live actions. Sadly, the studio kept saying no, hell-bent on making it ambiguous. Fans were left guessing for a long time, and it became an open-ended question, until the fan wishes came true in Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo. Released just this October, it made our resident genius fall for an evil yet gorgeous female villain, Coco Diablo. Admittedly, this spin-off hasn't outright confirmed if they're indeed elaborating on this. But hey, if the orange-clad teen investigator has taught us anything, it's to pick up on the clues, and they point right to it. A little birdie told us V would be navigating her butt in the series. Don't know about you, but we can bet they're carrying on with the lesbian storyline. Okay, this may not be confirmed, but we've got rock-solid information that Dinkley is South Asian now. They've given her Indian roots just like her voice actor, Mindy Kaling. The animated character now has a dark skin tone, and hallelujah for the diversity. Not just her, Daphne is now Asian, and Shaggy is a black dude, although he's still a stoner. Of course, it didn't come without criticism, but Kaling, who's also the show's executive producer, is unbothered. She says if a Great Dane can talk, Velma can be Indian. straight. Coming up, let's look at the cast list. So yes, as we've already revealed, Mindy's voicing the leading role, and she's totally got the chops for it. The Office actor has previously lent her voice to big projects like Inside Out, Wreck-It Ralph, and Despicable Me. The comedian is slowly becoming Hollywood's leading South Asian actor. From the clips we've seen so far, she'll fit into the iconic black Mary Jane shoes pretty comfortably. Besides her, we've got Constance Wu voicing Daphne Blake. The resident fashionista's animated features confirm her Asian descent too. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia star Glenn Howerton is Fred Jones, and the comedian Sam Richards is voicing Norville Rogers. For those of you who don't know, that's Shaggy's real name. Bet it made you go zoinks. Others gracing the show include Debbie Ryan, Melissa Fumero, Gary Cole, Ming-Na Wen, Shay Mitchell, Ken Lung, and even Weird Al Yankovic. Quite a bustling gang we've got here. Moving on, where can we see Velma and when? HBO Max has teamed up with Mindy to bring the show to our screens, so you can catch it on the streaming site. We've already got a teaser trailer from HBO, promising us a meta-comedy. In the preview, Velma was busy sending them a sarcastic yet hilarious text. Honestly, she was mostly poking fun at the criticism over her changed ethnicity when a serial killer broke into her house and attacked her. Can she really solve this case? Don't worry, the girl's always got a hot idea to catch the culprit. We know mystery is her mistress, and she must heed her sweet call. As for the exact release date, it looks like we've got ourselves a mystery. HBO Max has only stated that it'll drop in 2023. Early or late is yet to be confirmed. Now let's talk about Scoob 2, that's completed but isn't gracing our screens anytime soon. First up, the unexpected cancellation. In May 2020, we got a taste of Scoob, the movie featuring the fan favorite sleuths in their childhood. Even though it did average business, a sequel was greenlit, titled Scoob Holiday Haunt. About 95% of the work on it was completed. So imagine everyone's surprise when we found out Warner Brothers drove an axe to it. Even the cast and the filming team didn't see it coming. Everyone was left shocked about why they canceled it if it was nearly finished. But it wasn't WB's only project to hit the deck. Before this, the high-profile Batgirl was scrapped, and it all has to do with the Warner Brothers and Discovery merger. They're trying to save costs and cover their heavy losses. Following with, they were still allowed to wrap it up. Just recently, director Michael Korinsky told Variety that they've actually completed the movie. He said it was already paid for, so it made sense to wrap it. In his Instagram pack-up post, he called it a bittersweet conclusion. So much hard work went into it, and for what? It'll never see the light of day. Michael also elaborated on why he can't see it. Hear this. The new WB Discovery CEO, David Zaslav, has inherited a debt of $3.4 billion from previous studio head Toby Emmerich. To make up for some of the losses, David opted for a $40 million tax write-off, but with one condition: they cannot monetize Scoob 2. That's why Korinsky says selling it, streaming it, everything is out of the question. If they do go ahead, the studio would lose the write-off and pay the money back. There have already been loads of layoffs. Even its assets, HBO and HBO Max, are going through a massive purge. The new CEO wants a brand new approach focusing on content and quality. Maybe the holiday-themed Scoob 2 didn't fit in his vision anymore. Finally, can we expect it to be released? Unfortunately, that's a no-can-do at the moment. As the sequel's director explained, there's no scenario in which it can be screened, unless Discovery somehow sells Warner Brothers back and ends the merger. That may open up a tiny chance, but of course, it's highly unlikely. It's only the first year of ownership, and judging by the fast-paced changes, there are lots of plans in motion, and none of them involve a farewell. It's a total downer that fans can't see the movie despite it being completed. We really hope they can come to a solution, and somehow a release opportunity opens up. The creative team's efforts shouldn't go to waste just like that. On the bright side, at least we're getting Velma to entertain us in the meantime. And that's a wrap. How stoked are you about this adult Scooby-Doo spin-off, aka Velma? Let us know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, hit thumbs up and share it with your fellow Scoob fans. Subscribe to our channel to stay updated about the show. We'll see you in the next one.